In the infinite dark sea of space, beyond the last whisper of sunlight, a lone traveler drifts silently. It's not a spaceship crewed by astronauts, and it's not a probe with a return ticket. It's Voyager 2. An old but persistent messenger, launched by humanity nearly 5 decades ago. Most people believe that after crossing the boundary of our solar system, it simply became a silent observer, whispering back signals from the edge of the void. But now, something has changed. Voyager 2 has seen something that was never supposed to move, something that wasn't supposed to be there. For years, its journey through the interstellar medium was uneventful. Just particles, magnetic fields, and cosmic silence, until the silence broke, until motion, deliberate and unmistakable, was caught drifting in the darkness, something moving with purpose. And when scientists on Earth decoded the strange anomalies Voyager 2 transmitted, a chilling realization began to spread through them. What we feared, deep down, might actually be true. Voyager 2 had long passed the planets, past Neptune, past Pluto, past the heliopause, the invisible line where our sun's influence fades and interstellar space begins. Out there, it was expected to drift quietly, picking up only minor fluctuations in space dust and solar radiation, but instead, it picked up movement, the kind of movement that doesn't happen by chance. At first, NASA's Jet Propulsion Laboratory noticed what they thought was a blip in the plasma wave data, a spike that lasted only seconds. Normally, these instruments just report on particle densities or magnetic fields, but this time, the signal carried a rhythm. It wasn't just data, it felt like a pattern, not natural, not random. Engineers suggested maybe it was interference, maybe a glitch from cosmic rays. After all, Voyager 2 is nearly 50 years old. But then, the same. Signal repeated. And this time, with greater strength, it wasn't noise, it was a broadcast. Voyager 2 had seen something, and it had recorded it. When the data was cleaned up and analyzed, something emerged that sent shockwaves through the scientific community. An object, approximately 500,000 kilometers from the probe, was moving at a velocity inconsistent with any known natural body in that region. No asteroid belts, no rogue planets, no expected comets, and yet this thing was not drifting, it was tracking, its movement aligned with Voyager's path. Its speed adjusted, slightly, carefully, mimicking Voyager's trajectory like a predator, stalking silently in the wake of its prey. NASA scientists weren't alone in their panic. Independent astronomers, military space trackers, even deep space. Observatories were pulled in. They confirmed it. The plasma density readings, the magnetometer anomalies, even subtle fluctuations in Voyager's gyroscopic data, all pointed to one chilling conclusion. Voyager 2 had company, and that company might not be benign. But perhaps the most terrifying revelation came not from what Voyager 2 saw, but from what it sent back. A radio frequency burst. Piggybacked onto its regular telemetry feed, inside was a digital signal Voyager was never programmed to send. When decrypted, it revealed binary strings that, when plotted visually, formed shapes, patterns, almost like glyphs. Not random cosmic noise, not background static. These were deliberate. Some compared them to crop circle geometry, others to ancient human symbols, spirals, intersections, recursive loops. AI linguists and astrophysicists analyzed the data, and the results were horrifying. The signal had the structure of an intentional transmission, not from Voyager, but from something else, something that had hijacked or embedded itself in the signal stream. Whether it was a warning or a message, no one could say. But the implications were clear. Voyager 2 wasn't alone in deep space, and what it encountered had noticed us back. The debate split the scientific community. Some argued it was the proof humanity had been waiting for, evidence we are not alone. Others feared a darker possibility. That this was surveillance, or worse, a prelude. And then when a chilling detail emerged. Months earlier, Voyager 1 had recorded similar anomalies, back then dismissed as static. Now those signals were being re-examined, and the truth seemed undeniable. had been noticed before. As Voyager 2 continued transmitting, its instruments picked up an unfiltered stream of electromagnetic readings, frequencies oscillating with patterns never seen before. When analysts enhanced the waveforms, what emerged stunned them. A structured sequence, mathematical precision. Scientists ran a Fourier analysis, and what they saw mirrored the harmonic frequencies of hydrogen, the most abundant element in the universe, but inverted, deliberately altered, as if something was trying to speak. The deeper they dug, the more unsettling the picture became. The anomaly didn't move like a comet or asteroid. Its trajectory bent unnaturally, almost as if it could warp space-time itself. It accelerated and decelerated at will, always hovering just out of view beyond standard instruments, reactive, responding only when Voyager transmitted, which raised a question no one wanted to ask. What if Voyager 2 didn't just discover this object? What if it provoked it? Meanwhile, magnetometer readings spiked, sharp, unnatural flux changes that suggested active manipulation of electromagnetic fields. Conspiracy theories exploded online, but leaked reports from within JPL hinted at something. Worse, the distortions resembled toroidal energy patterns, eerily similar to theoretical Alcubierre drives, the kind of engines that could fold space itself. Had Voyager stumbled upon technology far beyond human understanding? And then, the echoes began. Radio telescopes in Chile, Australia, and South Africa all detected faint repeating signals, echoes of Voyager's transmissions, mirrored back as if something was copying its every move. Analysts called it the Phantom. Pulse attempts to triangulate the source failed, but one thing became undeniable. This wasn't a localized anomaly. It was everywhere. The pattern wasn't just intelligent, it was strategic, as if designed to be noticed, but only when humanity was finally ready. Why now? Why after decades of silence? Some believe the answer is simple, that whatever is out there has been waiting, watching, until our technology was advanced enough to understand, and now it has chosen to respond. Voyager 2 was meant to be a messenger of humanity. Instead, it may have awakened something we were never meant to find: the moving structure, the mirrored transmissions, the encoded frequencies. None of it fits within human science. And perhaps the most terrifying part isn't that we're not alone. It's that they chose now to reveal themselves, not when Voyager launched, not when it crossed the outer planets, but now, when humanity has finally reached the threshold to decode the message. The question is no longer whether we are alone. The real question is, what have we just woken up? Stay alert, because this story is far from over. The next signal could arrive at any moment, and the next discovery might not just change what we know about the universe, it might change who we are.